And last one. But on this tray, not that everyone's got one of these, but there's also rivets on the bottom, holes on the bottom to put them in. Hey, welcome to number 2. This is a very simple one. I thought I might just show some of the things that I do before I start to go down the track of starting this up. So I've got to look at the oil, plugs, check all the wiring, see if all they're connected, radiator, the tip over sensor, starter, the bloody side stand relay, and I've also got to do for the clutch as well. Otherwise it'll just not go. So, and there's a couple of things that I saw on the wiring there that look a bit dodgy, so I'll just go through the steps in preparation, get rid of those, tick those all off, and then look at going down the track of getting a tank, which I've got, and a fuel pump, which I've got. I'm going from there. So this was just a quick one. It might help someone. See, I've got to check to see if the engine even turns over, which I don't know. But anyway, that'll do for now. Thanks. All right, so I found out I've got no side stand relay. Something, so it connects to that, runs down, connects to that. In there, I've got no tip over sensor, so I've got to find that. But I know where the tip over sensor is, so, and I'm going to grab a tray for that. So I'll show you what I mean. So we'll just walk down to this treasure trove. There's a lot of stuff here. Two engines under that. Two engines in there. Collection of bloody wheels, pipes, couple more. So, kits of wiring. Another. First go. Beautiful. I've even got another one. Oh, that's a bit cut. Cool. So there's the tip over sensor. So that's done. So now I've just got to find a relay somewhere. This is what I mean by this tray. I've got 3 of them. They're quite good. So I've got to find the other 2. That's what I mean by these trays. They just rivet. So I ended up finding a tip over, a side stand relay. That where it connects into that green one that we had before. Now you can see that just a little tip. It pushes in. It's still open a little bit. If you want to, instead of altering it that much, you just hit this little tab. Oops, God, I'm bloody hopeless. Just a little. That wasn't the best, but it should just close it a bit more. All right, I like to have it so it's pretty much in there. So we'll get this tray in. So then I can get all these things in. So it fits. Open it up. Alright. Okay. Not very sharp. Black pin on black. Yep. Alright, so we'll just drill those. I'm just gonna tap these in. I'll probably rivet, it's probably better. So those holes are drilled. Just take them line up. So there's holes on these rivets, but I'm not going to try and drill those ones up because this frame's coming off later on to get that shock out. So when I do that, then there's 2 holes on each side to hold them in there. But it'll enable you to sort this crap out. That goes down underneath, connects on those 2 holes there. So let's get that out of the way. So I don't know if you can see that, but that's attached, and you just tie it up. They fit along the sides. There's a little bracket for the ECU to sit in. It gives you a bit more trunk space. So we'll go on to the next one. Let's have a look at this airbox. That's undone. These are all loose. That's what that is. Obviously, someone's done the flapper valves. All right. You filter. Drop those down in there. Well, that's it's an OEM filter. Right. Okay. Let's get some of that. This is going to have to come off. Those butterflies, I can see in here is a drain hole for the oil, and it looks like it has a mesh kit in there, or a little mesh filter. That looks like it's completely destroyed. It's all shavings in there, so I might put my, the throttle bodies look alright inside. No, I'm not opening those. There's all fluff down there. I might get a little vacuum to get that out. If I open that, all that mesh is going to fall down in the engine. It's not what we want, because those little pieces can clog up some of the oil drains, oil galleries inside the engine. They're only like pinholes. Stuff gets in that, then your engine gets starved. So that's not connected either. That's 2. This one, I think there should be a vacuum. Yeah, that's there. It looks like it's connected. I'll delete some of these anyway. I think that looks like, anyway, nope, he's had these apart because he hasn't put down the clips. Alright, let's open up these and we'll see. I'll vacuum out these things first. So I ended up, I took the butterflies out. Then they've got two screws here and here. Undo that and I'll show you. I've undid that. And look at that mess. It's just, you just touch it and it falls apart. So you can't get that out without, that needs a vacuum. There's all those shavings, there's a bit in there. That's just the airbox there, comes in, goes up through there, down there. And then that's all the screws out because the butterflies hold this box down, so I can take it off, but it's all joined and I'm not risking that. So we'll clean this out. You can just put in Stilo wool pads, not the ones with soap on it, just the Stilo bristles. Alright, let's see how we go. Actually, what I'll do is I'll take this off. So you're just disconnecting. Now when you take this off, just put your screws back in, otherwise you're just losing. This is a very boring part. So screw that in. You've got one on the side. And the one on the side here, that's the oh, I forgot what it is. That's got a little nut in it. So don't drop that. It just slides off. Put this back in. Otherwise I'll lose the nut. So we've got disconnect this. That's it, disconnected, and this should just come out. There's a vacuum cleaner. Oh, vacuum cleaner, far out. There's a vacuum damper at the front, and there's an oil box hose on the bottom. So we can take that off. Take this hose off the bottom. Oh, you saw all that crap go everywhere. That's the vacuum damper. It's not too bad. These have, they have black they have O-rings in there. Looks like they're missing. That's connected to that. Okay. So we've got this mess out. It's just, I don't think that's been, it's like an ant's nest. But it's not, it's just, I don't know if you can see it, it's the oil. Goes in there. That's where that oil hose goes in. Any oil that gets blown into the airbox ends up going back into the engine, into the crankcase. But that's supposed to be a solid mesh. Anyway, no big deal. We just replace it, clean it out, and we'll replace that. Just got to find those rings. This has been, it's been cleaned up, but got all that gunk out. This is what I mean, just this sort of stuff. You can just go in, make sure there's no loose piece, obviously. It just goes in there, oil patches on it. Done. These are these rubber O-rings that go on top of the throttle bodies, which was missing. So let's put all this back together. Okay, so the butterflies are back in, throttle on top, the ring, just bend those tabs over. So now I'll just put these in. They're missing quite a few screws. All these have screws, and all I've got is 2. That's all right, we can fix that up later. Right, I'll just screw these down. So I went and got those screws because I know where some are, but if I don't put them in, then you lose track. And then sometimes, see, like doing bikes like this, putting it, you end up, you know, it might take you 1 or 2 months, and then you get to the stage and you go, oh, did I do that? You end up having to take the stuff apart. So if you find in this situation where you're doing it, just get it done. If you haven't got the stuff, then just wait, order it anyway. But we'll just screw this down. I'm going to swap the airbox top because on that last one, the butterflies. Wrong one. Anyway, I'll screw this on, and I'll put this on, screw that down, and then put the top on. You don't need to watch that, it's pretty boring. That's all screwed down. I swapped this lid off another one because the flappers have been taken off and they're sealed. The other ones hasn't been done, so I don't have to do that. So they're all tightened back down. Everything's connected on that, so still got this hose to do. Oh well. Let's go to the. All right, we will move on. So the next part of checking is I had to take. Well, that bolt was missing. This looks like it's a new radiator. There's not one dent in it. Maybe this was smashed, but there's a bolt there and you lower it down. So now I'm just going to put the next spark plug in there, but I have to wait till I get some new ones to be delivered. So I've only got some old ones, so we're getting there. I fixed up that TRE that I think yeah, fix that up. Anyway, so we'll put these coils look not too bad. All right, let's get. We'll put the spark plug in. So one of the other checks that you want to do is if it's even turning. So take off this. Be careful when you take off this because that is like Suzuki cheese. All right, and it turned. Okay, so we'll just get the right socket for that. So it's a 17mm socket. Now you have to turn that anti-clockwise or counterclockwise. So the way the TLs are set up is on the right hand side it turns clockwise. So can you imagine on the right hand side it's turning clockwise. So when you transfer it to this side and you've got to turn it clockwise this way, so because you're on your left you're going counterclockwise, which will turn it on there. So easy. Feel the it's got pressure in there, but very strange. Oh, well, at least it's turning, so you know that's good. So we'll just put this all back. Remember, this is like cheese. Once you burr that, very hard to get out. You have to buy a whole new cover case. Just has to be snug. All right. Okay, I'll finish it off there. What I'll do next is I'm going to now organise the pump and put that in the tank. So that'll be the next episode that I'll try and get onto, because they just take so long. And anyway, I don't mind enjoying doing it, so hopefully, sorry for some of them, the noise or my head getting in the way or just the sound or whatever, but it's good. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks, then. Bye-bye.